Good afternoon and welcome to Sal Maglie Stadium. The Elmira Pioneers take on the Niagara Power here on the road in Niagara. I'm Taylor Storthy and welcome back to Pioneers Baseball. It's a 1 p.m. game, one of the earliest we've had all season. The only other time we were playing at 1 p.m. when the Pioneers were back in Niagara earlier this season, taking a huge victory. The 2019 Pios take on the 14-25 Power. The Power are looking to stay ahead of Newark at the bottom of the table. The Pios are in the midst of a playoff hunt. Tonight's starting lineup for your Elmira Pioneers. In the field, Max Manler, Kyle Shimileski, and Cooper Smith are in the outfield. Logan Scheider, Joel Sofsky, Aidan Blake, and Justin Hanley in the infield. Brody Bartenstein behind the plate. Ethan Herrera takes the mound with Bobby Marsh and Frank Wayman behind the plate. Leading off for the Pioneers will once again be Cooper Smith, then followed by Joel Sofsky, and Bobby Marsh will be the final one due up this inning. Today's game should be quite exciting between the Pios and Niagara Power. This Red Hot Pios team looking to increase their run of good fortune. And here comes Cooper Smith to be ready to lead off the game. Nick Lowe takes the mound for the Niagara Power.
Northern Kentucky University. That's where he was listed as.
That one taken outside for ball one.
Oh, they're not even.
1-0 here for Cooper Smith.
I mean, I guess I see why. He should play football.
It's now a 2-0 count.
Imagine him at tight end.
Cooper Smith enters this game with a 304 average, a 441 on base percentage, and a 330 slugging. He's got 23 RBIs this season, tied for the lead alongside Frank Wayman. He's now ahead 3-0 in the count as he takes this one up high.
He's in the field.
And with that, it's a 4-pitch walk to open up the game for Cooper Smith. That'll bring up Joel Sofsky, and this time it's going to be strike one. Actually, I believe it still might be 1-0. Smith at first. Now an outside 2-0.
I tried to text my mom to get her to come out, but she didn't feel like it. Good for her. Yeah. But she would have been one of the only messages I guess. It's pretty cool.
Ball 3 outside.
Who's he playing?
Lowe this season enters with a 16.09 ERA through 15 innings. He hasn't had the greatest season so far, and tonight it's not a great start as well. 2 walks in a row surrendered to the Pios, and that will bring up Bobby Marsh.
Bro, I can throw a curveball. Get out there, Trevor.
25, Bobby Marsh. That's the number that Pios fans are accustomed to seeing. He's hitting 296 this year. And he's going to take this one outside. It's yet another ball from Nick Lowe. On deck, Pioneers' strongest hitter in Frank Wayman. Although Wayman had a quiet night last night in the doubleheader. Locates one for strike one. Marsh fouls this one away. It's a 1-2 count. Wonder if any fans will be active to try to get a free ring pop or other piece of candy with a foul ball. As this one's going to be sent to right field. Wildman's going to send Cooper Smith home. The throw in from right will not be in time. And it's a Bobby Marsh single that kicks off the scoring. The Pios lead 1-0. The Pios wearing the navy and white, the blue and white being worn by a Niagara. So Pioneers, great stop art here in the top of the first. As this first pitch taken for ball one. One and one. The Power entered this game with a .650 team ERA and a .249 team average. Wayman's average, up alone, he out-hits the Power with a .333. This one taken for a ball and will actually bounce off the ground and will let the runners advance to second and third. I can double check. I believe it's Lobliner behind home plate today. Thank you. Ben Simmons is actually behind home plate. He's able to get on it and not prevent anything else happening. However, it's going to be a single for Bobby Marsh that scores one. And it's a single from Frank Wayman that scores two. Well, forget single. That errant throw in lets Wayman get to second. So that's a single for Wayman, 2 RBI score. Wayman ends up with second after the throw. Wayman clears the bases. The Pios lead 3-0. That'll bring up Aidan Blake. Yesterday, we saw Aidan Blake hit the first home run of the season on a Pios broadcast, third of season overall for the team. He had a huge night, going 3 for 6 with 4 RBIs. And now he's got a runner in scoring position, looking to help the Pios keep that lead growing. Last time the Pios played against the Power, it was an incredibly high-scoring affair. 18-9, the final score. The Pioneers doing good against the Power bullpen. Well, today the Pios find the offense earlier. They were actually trailing 6-0 at a point in that first game. But here, now find themselves up 3-0, and Blake has a count that's 3-0. And ball 4. Aidan Blake will get aboard as well. 4 straight base runners for the Pioneers. 4 walks and 2 hits. 3 walks and 2 hits. And here comes Max Manler. Manler, you could call him a Swiss Army knife. He can play anywhere in the Pios lineup. He's played over at first, I believe, but he's mainly played at second, third, short. He's played in left, right, and center. Wherever you need Manler, he can do it. He's even pitched occasionally for the Pios, coming in as a long relief or a pitcher during interleague games. Throw to second, and that one's just going to be picked up. The double steal works. So the count now is 1-1. First pitch was taken. Second pitch also taken. Double steal works. Both runners in scoring position. Manler sends this one to deep right field. That'll be caught, but runners will tag up, and one run will score on a sacrifice. That's the first out of the inning. But it puts Blake on third and brings Wayman home. Kyle Shimoleski now up. That one's high, ball one. He's also played over the infield and outfield. Today finds himself in left. One count. 2-1. Shimoleski has that runner on third. If he brings him home, it would help the Pios out early here. Swing and a miss, 2-2. The 2-2 taken low. It's ball 3 to Shimoleski. He's going to ground that over to short. It's picked up. He won't be able to beat the throw, but in getting that ground out, he does bring Aidan Blake home. The Pioneers lead 5-0. Empty bases now for Justin Hanley. Two away here for the Pioneers. He's going to take strike one there. That's the first pitch. I think that ended up being a strike against the Pios so far. This one, even though it looks a little low, it's going to be called strike 2 on that bottom corner. This season, Justin Hanley is hitting 139, but has a 367 on base percentage, meaning he's more of an on base guy than anything else. He's got some more playing time recently thanks to the recent Muzio injury. And he's going to go down looking to end the inning. And with that, that'll end the first inning. 5 runs come home on 2 hits. No official errors. No one left the board. Pioneer Baseball will be back after the first inning, right after this.
Owned and operated since 1905. At the Hilliard Corporation, we've proven ourselves time and time again as the leading industrial manufacturer in the Elmira and Southern Tier region. We make the products you need with the quality you and your business deserve. Industrial clutches and brakes, drivetrain products, filtration equipment, engine starters, braking systems. We engineer, manufacture, and distribute them. All of the products we manufacture are designed right here, so we truly know the products we provide for you, inside and out. On top of being an industrial manufacturer, at the Hilliard Corporation we also serve as a weld shop and machine shop. We specialize in creating custom parts and pieces to fit particular and uncommon applications. The secondary location is the home of the drivetrain division, where products for Polaris and other vehicle manufacturers are made. This is a high-volume, celled manufacturing plant that produces thousands of parts daily. Over time, Hilliard's product line has diversified, but our company has stayed true to our Elmira roots. Today, Hilliard maintains its original location while continually expanding its motion control and filtration product lines in the Elmira area. Hilliard designs and manufactures for companies around the globe, occupying more than 500,000 square feet and employing about 500 people. Taking pride in serving the Elmira community for over a century, the Hilliard Corporation.
Aidan Carl, he's going to lead off now for the Niagara Power. Ethan Herrera takes the mound for the Pioneers. Herrera this season, 5 or 6 games in total. He's had 5 on the mound, 20 2/3 pitched. Enters the game with a 3.92 ERA. He's going to be tasked with going the distance here, and the good news is he can look around and find that he's got a lot of run support. I know that that'll be disappointing for Mike Sokol, as he watched the team put up 5 runs in the first inning and thinks, hey, for my first 4 starts, you didn't even give me 5 runs in total of support. Hey Cam, welcome to the stream. 2-1 count now here for Carl from Herrera. This time finds it 2-2. Carl takes this one low. Ball 3. And strike 3. He's going to get him this time. 1 away.
The second baseman, number 36, Billy Morris.
Morris is going to step up here with 1 away. Wasn't actually able to find Carl's stats, but for Morris, he's currently hitting .320 is the team's second best hitter. He's slugging over 400. He's one of 3 players on the Niagara Power to do so. 0-1 now taken. That one's fouled back. It's 0-2. And yeah, Cam, I am feeling a lot better, which is good. And the heat actually isn't too bad up here in Niagara. It's not only cooler in the booth, it's also a little cooler out on the field. Only 84 degrees so far for a 1 p.m. game. The 1-2 fouled away down the line over to the Pios bullpen. It's 325 down the right field line, 330 down the left, and 380 down both left and right center, and a little bit further down, of course, in center field. Could be a little more conducive for the long ball today, as this one's sent to Max Manler out in center field. 2 away. So the second best hitter was just up. Now Ben Simmons, the top hitter for the Power, steps up. Simmons enters this game with 20 RBIs, a 328 average, and a 915 OPS. The only player with a better OPS is Coleman, who's on deck. Taken high, ball 1. So, 2 hitters over 900 OPS for the Power. There's only 1 that's on the Pioneers. That's actually an attribute that the Powers do have a leg up on the Pios for it. This one popped up, but foul. 2 strikes, 2 away.
Yeah.
1-2 to Simmons from Herrera. Pios looking to keep it clean for the bottom half of the inning. Oof, a little inside, 2-2. And ball 3 just a little high. This one popped up. Bartenstein's just going to watch. And it'll be a roof ball here. We'll go again.
Niagara University foul ball.
As a reminder, Bartenstein and Herrera form the battery. Scheider, Olsovsky, Blake, and Hanley in the infield. This one's going to be sent over to right field. Cooper Smith and Manler looking to get to it. Manler does make the catch on the run. What a play.
No runs, no hits, no errors. And none left on base.
We know Manler to be an elite hitter, but he's proving that he can do it all in the field, preserving the 1-2-3 inning for the Pios. They lead 5-0. We'll be back after this.
When you're on the go, your bank should go with you. You need to change the way you money. With Chemung Canal Trust Company, you can take control of your money your way. Whether you're multitasking from your home office, killing time at your kids' soccer practice, or jet-setting around the globe, now you can manage your money right from the palm of your hand. Change the way you money with Chemung Canal Trust Company. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Top of the second underway, and before we get underway, let's take a quick look at the playoff race. The Pios won both games in a doubleheader last night, but just even as Cam Millard also mentioned in chat, so did the Tarp Skunks, which means both the Pios and Tarp Skunks are 20-19. They both hold 2 games in hand over the 4th place Double Days. Geneva holds a better winning percentage, which puts them a little bit higher in the standings for now. Utica in second, Batavia still leading the West Division. Now at the plate for your Elmira Pioneers, Logan Scheider leads off the top of the second. the Pioneers were able to take off and get a lot of offense early. This one's going to be grounded for a base hit down the line, and it is one of those balls that just keeps rolling and rolling. Scheider pulls up with a leadoff double.
First pitch swing is that.
The catcher, number 31, Brody Bartenstein.
Brody Bartenstein gets a chance here, and Cooper Smith will now be on deck. That'll ultimately bring up the top of the Pios lineup
Are you guys doing?
right after this.
Just try it out. See how it goes. Just make sure you say look up off the press stop. Okay. Are you? Is that just been two then? Yeah, I thought that was been two. Okay. We'll do like all our different ways.
First pitch outside. So one of the colleagues over here in Niagara mentioned it's Simmons' first game behind the plate. Whether they're experimenting, seeing if he could fill in as a substitute at the catcher coming up the final week of the season. We'll have to wait and see. But interesting change to see a player playing a new position. Bartenstein fouls this one off. It's a 1-1 count.
An all-star play in his position, too. That is a Niagara University foul ball.
Be careful.
Don't fall.
Remember what Jim Keel said.
That one outside, and Scheider is going to get to third on the wild pitch.
You gotta remember what Jim Keel said. Stop. Don't get injured.
He's now 90 feet from home with no one out. A sacrifice could very well get Bartenstein another RBI this season.
Unfortunate, but true.
So now 2 away here. Or 2-1 in the count. Bartenstein, he's only had 1 hit this season. He's going to be looking for hit number 2 here to help the Pios cause even more. 2-2 count. That one's low, ball 3 now to Bartenstein.
He had the one little goof, but
3-2. And ball 4. And because it goes wild, Scheider is going to stroll home. So Bartenstein will be able to get on with a walk. And the Pios now lead 6-0.
Right fielder, number 8, Cooper Smith.
1:27 p.m. It was an early start today here in Niagara. Nice bright afternoon game, one we don't normally get to see in the PGCBL. Tomorrow, the Pioneers travel to Oneonta to face off against the Outlaws as they get ready for the final stretch of the regular season.
the board.
Cooper Smith takes ball 1 right here. He saw 4 straight pitches and got on with a walk in the first inning. This time he takes a strike, 1-1.
Runs.
No, it's supposed to be 1.
Yeah.
I was about to say, I went from 11 to 0, goddamn.
That's what I thought. I didn't know.
Nah, it's 1.
6-0 lead here for the Pios. They've got a runner aboard. And here's the pitch. Smith is going to take this one a little bit high, 2-1.
He must say it's fixed.
Smith trails Blake and Wayman for the 2 best active Pio hitters.
You just don't notice.
When it comes to average,
Noticed it was wrong.
Cooper Smith does lead the team in a category, though. And it's been hit by pitches. Cooper's been hit by 10 this season. The only player second, Frank Wayman, who got hit by 9. There's been a couple free bases tonight, but no hit by pitches. And as that's ball 4 for Cooper Smith, Bartenstein is just going to go to second.
You gotta force him to make a play.
The shortstop, number 19, Joe Olsonski.
Two-way threat, Joe Olsofsky, a high leverage reliever for the Pios, an elite header and infielder, steps up to the plate. Olsovsky this July has been hitting .391. He's the best Pio hitter that's currently active in hitting in July. And no, we're going to be going to Oneonta tomorrow for the afternoon. We don't, I think, stay overnight for those games. Olsovsky's going to drive one. Deep left field, but it will be caught for out number 1. That's going to bring up Bobby Marsh, who's hitting .369 in July. So the Pios bats have really taken off later in the season. In fact, as a team, they're hitting over 300 in the month, which is good, especially as July is important to get up to playoff time. Marsh is going to send this one right field. Bartenstein looking to tag up, and he will get to third, as there's now 2 away. Two away and runners at the corners. That'll bring up Frank Wayman. Quiet crowd here tonight. Still some active Power fans, but not too many, as this one's taken on the outside corner, strike 1. Wayman broke out of his hitting slump in his previous at-bat, getting an 2 RBI single, which he advanced to second later, and would also go around and score. That one's going to be fouled away. It's an 0-2 count now to Wayman. Pios down to their last strike this inning. Oh, 2. That one outside. Cooper Smith will steal second. And I want to say just a quick congratulations to Aidan Blake. He had steal number 100 this season for the Pioneers. Number 101 came just there from Cooper Smith. It's now a 2-2 count. Previous pitch was outside, and this one now is also outside. 2-2. And ball 3 just up high. So Wayman's worked that full count after going down 0-2. There is a free base. He might be able to get on base and make it loaded. He's going to pop this one up. It lands foul. No one's able to get to it. Wayman, the 3-2. This one popped up and caught it short. That'll end the inning. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left aboard. The Pios lead 6-0 entering the break. More Pios baseball right after this.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
fans, remember you can get yourself Pioneers tickets for this upcoming playoff push. We might not be able to host a playoff game, but there's always a chance, so make sure you stay tuned, because if you do, you don't want to miss playoff atmospheres at Dunn Field. Pios Baseball will be right back. We're back, bottom of the second. Pioneers last night were able to do the double against the Newark Pilots, winning 3-2 in the first game and 14-2 in the second game. Aidan Blake had 3 for 6 and went yard. Meanwhile, Braden Coletta and Kevin Serrano were able to have a combined no-hitter in Game 2, going the 5 innings needed. Ethan Herrera is now going to face off against Coleman to open up the bottom of the second. That one outside, ball 1. Swing and miss, 1-1. One here. This one goes low. It's a 2-1 count now. You already mentioned that David Coleman had the best OPS on the team. It's a 929. He's got a 463 on-base percentage and 466 slugging, alongside a 273 average, as the count goes 3-1 to him. Leads the team with 28 walks and 5 hit by pitches, total of 33 free bases. Also leads the team with 3 home runs. This one's lined and it'll be a base hit into right field. Jaden Lobliner steps up now. He's had 22 RBIs this season and leads the power in that category. He also has had 1 home run, 6 doubles, and 1 triple. First pitch to Lobliner taken, strike 1. Herrera, 13 strikeouts to 11 walks this season, carries a positive K-walk ratio. This one high, ball 1. Swing and a miss, 1-2 now. After that hit was surrendered to Coleman, I think Herrera's focused right back up. And now, just getting it. I will say, from this angle, you can't really see into the Niagara bullpen, but wonder if there will be anyone warming up there. Pilo's bullpen empty for obvious reasons. This one's going to be grounded over to Olsovsky. Blake, throw to Hanley, not in time, but they do get the lead runner. Blaze Colbert steps up here. He's played 15 games, and he's hitting .275. He's got a runner on first with 1 away. I'll say for the Pios, these games coming up to the end of the season are all very much must-win, high-stress games. But the Pios were able to get up to a 6-0 lead early, so that stress will be alleviated somewhat. 0-2 now, and you can see Colbert a little disappointed with that. He felt it was a ball. It looked a little low, but I think got just on that corner. The 0-2. Checks up, and the conference, quickly as he points over, he held up. That is the call. 1-2 to Colbert. Got a runner on first still. 52 stolen bases, 14 times caught stealing. Niagara have not been the best or most aggressive team on the base path. But they could do it here. As we see out in center field, a bike touring group passing by. They're able to catch some of the action as they pass by. Of course, we're up here in beautiful, well, Niagara Falls, not too far away from the historic waterfall. That puts this place on the map. This one fouled away, 2-2.
That is a Niagara University foul ball.
Never does Peter have a Charlie Brown. No, I'm actually like, I was looking at
3-2 count here.
yeah, Sierra had to leave early. Graham's not here. She's working at
Ball 4. So Colbert able to work himself a walk with one away. Now it'll put a runner in scoring position for the Power.
The left fielder, number 3, Nick DeCarlo.
Nick DeCarlo steps up, hitting a bit under the Mendoza line, 171 in the season. Fun fact, he actually hasn't been hit by a pitch this season. That one's up high, ball 1. Pio's infield needs to be ready. There very well could be another ground ball that leads to a double play. They almost were able to get one earlier. This one's going to be sent deep left field, but under it, Shimoleski.
The first baseman, number 26,
Alex Simeon gets a shot here. Simeon this season hitting .255. He's only had 5 RBIs in 15 games started. Total of 51 at-bats, 13 hits. No doubles or triples. Outside, ball 1. Two-way, both runners will definitely be going on any ball that's put in play from Simeon, which makes it dangerous. If it's a hit, it likely scores an opening run for the Power.
Okay. I got contestants. We're gonna do the for the mid-third. Okay. We're gonna do the
This one sent to left field. It's going to drop. Shimoleski, the throw from left, not in time. It's an RBI single for Simeon.
do you have like some description for that?
that is a Fox Broadcasting signal. The designated hitter, number 5, Ken Hammer.
Hammer enters this game with 2 RBIs as he gets ready for his first plate appearance of the night. He would like to get RBI number 3 to try to help the Power. First pitch taken for strike 1. Oh. That one fouled back. It's an 0-2 count now with 2 away.
Yeah. Does either of them wearing something just so I can identify him? Luke is wearing the blue power shirt.
Outside 1 and 2. He won't fall for the bait slider this time.
I'm with Liam too. Okay. That sounds good. 12. Then you grab all 6 in front of you. Yeah.
You see the Canadian flag out there in center field, and well, the reason you might see it is because the stadium here in Niagara, as this ball gets away from Barnstein, is only 2 miles away from the border between the United States and Canada. Now have a 2-2 count, 2 strikes and 2 outs. This one's going to be sent to left field, picked up by Shimoleski. 1 run scores, 2nd run will ultimately hold up. It's an RBI single for Hemmer.
That is a Fox Broadcasting single. The shortstop, number 27, Mason Copa.
Copa's had 1 home run this season. A home run here would put the game within 1. Runners at the corners. Two away, it's a 6-2 lead for the Pios. First pitch taken, strike 1. That one a little low, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Bartenstein was ready to make a throw for a runner stealing, but so far, quiet on the base paths. The Power have been. The 1-2 grounded to Olsovsky. He's going to toss that to Blake, and that'll end the inning. Three hits, 2 runs, no errors, 2 left aboard. Pios still lead, but Niagara does get on the board this time around. More Pios baseball right after this.
What if white wine was not made for poultry, but for friendship? What if red wine set aside the steak and made room for love? What if we've been drinking wine wrong all along, and instead wine was to be shared as a human experience with love, integrity, and hope? Hi, my name is Greg Taylor. I'm the vineyard manager and property manager of Bully Hill Vineyards, and I'm a 4th generation winemaker and 5th generation grape grower of my family. So it all started with my great-great-grandfather George and his son Walter Taylor Sr. They came up to this region for the promise of a better life due to the rising wine industry on Keuka Lake. Walter Taylor was the one who first started the Taylor Wine Company. The Taylor Wine Company was one of the largest wineries in the United States. My great-grandfather had passed away, and my grandfather Grayton and his 2 brothers Fred and Clarence took over the company at its peak, producing around 40 million gallons of wine a year. Grayton had a son, Walter, who was my father, and he started Bully Hill Vineyards in 1967. My father had a vision for the Finger Lakes wine industry. When Bully Hill was started, only 5 producers existed, and now there's over 300. And he firmly believed that you have to have a certain level of integrity and honesty with the people around you and yourself. And these are kind of the staples of what our business is. Bully Hill was built on the back of French-American hybrid vines. These varietals were developed in France in the 19th century, and they were brought over by my grandfather in the 1950s. And here at Bully Hill, we started the experimental farm, from where these hybrid varietals have made their way to almost all 50 states. As we become more environmentally conscious, we're looking for agricultural solutions.
Aidan Blake leads off for the Pioneers here in the top of the 3rd inning. Lowe remains on the mound. And we're about to get back underway. Definitely a little breeze outside coming in. Blake and Lowe finally ready. That one outside, taken for ball 1. Blake hitting .308 this season. Hitting .388 in the month of July. That first pitch was taken outside, ball 1. This one taken outside but on the corner, strike 1. 1-1 count here for Aidan Blake. That one's low and away, 2-1. Jamestown and Batavia tonight. A win here for the Pios and loss for Jamestown would help get the Pios up to 5th as they look to close the gap to the Doubledays, as the count's now 3-1 to Blake. Blake earlier on got on base with a walk and would later steal second to get the 100th stolen base of the season for the Pioneers. Ball 4, he's going to get aboard with a walk one more time.
The center fielder, number 23, Max Manler.
That'll bring up Max Manler. Pios a good start with that leadoff walk. The Pios have been able to get leadoff runners every single time today. First it was a walk for Cooper Smith, second a walk for Logan, or a double for Logan Scheider. And now third, this walk from Blake. Manler had a sac fly RBI in his first appearance. Taken, strike 1. Runner goes, the throw to second. Won't be in time, Aidan Blake safe. Oh, 2 count here now. This one sent foul. Will actually keep fair down the right field line and will actually drop. So I think just a misread ball there in right field. Manler gets aboard with a single.
The left fielder, number 37,
Shimoleski now inherits runners at the corners. He grounded it out and brought home a run in his previous at-bat. Even a double play would likely do the same this time around. Shimoleski won't want to ground out, though. He's going to take strike 1. I'm going to be honest, I'm struggling to get used to a little bit of the quiet here. I sometimes can find it hard to focus when there's a lot of loud things going on at ballparks. Sometimes it can be the quiet that's tough to focus, as Shimoleski takes this one inside for ball 2. Sorry, ball 1 of the at-bat. First pitch was a strike. Meanwhile, Max Manler scurries over to second with a stolen base. This one inside, ball 2. Hanley went down looking, and he's on deck after this. Meanwhile, Shimoleski, he's hitting .308 in July, and for the season, .204. So he started to get also on a hotter stretch. He's going to send this one high. It won't probably bring in a run as it's caught. One away. Justin Hanley now ready to go. Takes strike 1.
What? Like, I don't understand what he's doing.
1-1.
Oh, to find it, but like, it's like one of these places.
1-1 here for Hanley.
Because usually when you search up a place,
And he'll get hit. That'll bring up Logan Scheider with the bases loaded. He had a double last time around. A double this time around will likely clear the bases.
Third baseman number 2, Logan Scheider.
First pitch coming now to Scheider. Taken for strike one. Scheider hitting .235 this season with a .366 on-base percentage. Pios have a team just about at .400 for a team on base, which is really good, meaning that they're able to get 40% of their runners or batters on board, whether it's a hit or a walk. This one sent to right field. It will not drop. Runner's going to tag up from third. Run will score a second one after that errant throw to third. Scheider pulls all the way around. Sorry, Hanley over to third. 2 runs score. An E3 on that play. It's a sacrifice fly for Scheider. I think he'll get 1 RBI in the play. The second run that came home on that play only came home thanks to that errant throw. 2 away now. Bartenstein fouls this one off. It's an 0-1 count.
Just let me know. Yeah.
The important part is everybody on base.
Yeah. Just a guy on third. 2 outs.
That one fouled away and nearly caught by Cooper Smith as the batter. I'll say it took a very weird bounce off of Simmons' helmet. And it's a good thing that, catchers wear masks and helmets. Hey, Edwin doing well. Pios are doing well too. This one grounded and foul, so Bartenstein keeps alive. He got on base with a walk in his first at bat. Taken ball 2, bit low. This one popped up from Bartenstein. Caught. And that'll end the inning. The Pios score 2 on 1 hit and 1 error. 1 also left on base. Pios lead 8-2. We'll be back right after this message from our sponsor.
Hi, I'm Bill Mullaney, president of SUNY Corning Community College. I'm here today to let you know the classes and the quality of education that you've expected of us are ready to be delivered. Whether you're interested in transferring to a 4-year university or joining the workforce directly, Corning Community College has the program for you. We're here to provide the best possible education that we can, no matter what your aspirations. We hope that as you begin to weigh your options for the fall semester, you'll think first of Corning Community College. We're here for you, closer to home.
Bottom of the third underway. That'll bring up Caden Carl, leadoff hitter for the Power. He struck out in his first at bat. Ball one. That one's grounded and a shot past Herrera. It'll be a single for the Power to lead off.
Broadcasting signal. The second baseman, number 36, Billy Morris.
Morris at the plate now. He flew out in his first at bat, and he'll foul off this first pitch. Morris this season, we already mentioned he was hitting .320. He's got 21 RBIs. He's second on the team behind Lobliner. That one up high, ball one. Yep, it's the only game we've got today. And also, it depends on how Jamestown do tonight in Batavia, where we'd be, because we very well could still be in sixth. 2-1 count here. This one fouled off. It's 2-2 count now.
That is a Niagara University foul ball.
No, that one's there. That one, the ones I had was the ones that went on the paper.
It's all on you, Chris.
Swing and a miss. And that will be a second strikeout of the game for Ethan Herrera.
The catcher, number 6, Ben Simmons.
Simmons up with one away. And indeed, if Jamestown loses, we do jump them. That is, of course, if we're able to hold on to this victory here in Niagara. We have Herrera, the bullpen, try to do it in the offense to keep going. That one outside, ball one. Pickoff attempt, runner safe. This one high and inside. It's a 2-0 count here.
When they drive by that building, it's been open for a while. Like down there, I remember it was a really old dude.
Looks like a trap house.
Well, I mean,
inside.
Andrew, look at where you are.
This one sent deep left field. And that one's got a shot. It will land at the wall for extra bases. Manler picks it up. 1 run scores. It's an RBI double from Simmons. It's now an 8-3 game.
That is an RBI outlet car wash double. The right fielder, number 20.
Coleman, who had a single last time, steps up. That one outside. Bartenstein gets to it, but runner gets the third. One away, 90 feet from home. A sacrifice fly could very well be in the question.
Well, you are, but that's usually because of recognition. I don't know what is Tyler doing, and
You know what? I think that I like Tyler and the beach together.
what do you mean?
I think I like them like as a couple together.
No.
Why?
Fouled away, 1-1. Next home game, I believe, is going to be on Tuesday. I can pull up the schedule, though. Indeed, it's going to be on Tuesday against Batavia. We then have another home game against Geneva, then a road game against Geneva. Friday, face Jamestown. Saturday, the season ends in Batavia. So, in 7 days, regular season will be over with the game of Batavia. And then it'll be up to the postseason gods whether we will be able to make it. That one's going to get into the gap, and it's now an 8-4 game. An RBI single for Coleman. Double, actually, as he is able to get the second.
That is another RBI outlet color wash double.
Not be surprised if maybe we start to see POTUS warming up or someone else getting ready. Rare's doing a good job of managing this gap, but a couple hits being chained in a row here for Niagara. That'll bring up Jaden Lobliner. He had a fielder's choice. That was nearly a double play in his last at-bat. Ball one a bit low. Foul back, 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Got fooled on that slider. This one's going to be grounded over to Aidan Blake. 2 away now. Colbert steps up now after Lobliner grounded it out to first.
The third baseman, number 21, Blaze Kohler.
Swing and a miss, 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2 with 2 outs here. Herrera can get out of the inning if he's able to find a strike or an out right here. This one popped up. It goes deep, Manler under it. 3 runs, 2 hits. Sorry, 2 runs, 3 hits. 1 left on board. That concludes the third inning. Your Pioneers still lead by 4, entering the fourth inning. More Pios baseball right after this.
Nearly 3,000 employees working across various locations in the Southern Tier, Arnett Health was recognized as one of America's best mid-size employers by Forbes for 2022. And we turn to our employees to find out what makes Arnett such a good employer.
Is the level of ownership that everyone has for their work and the amount that they show that they care.
Regardless of role or job title, everyone here supports one another and brings passion to the work they do.
During the COVID pandemic, we had everybody in our system come together and work as a really strong team.
They want to be here, they love being here, they love helping everybody.
Everywhere I go, we have just great staff. And they're my friends, and I see them, how dedicated and hardworking they are.
It's amazing how much perseverance and effort we go through to strive for the best patient outcomes possible.
Smith, top of the order, leads off for the Pioneers. He's gone on base with 2 walks so far.
So, Cam, what are you guys doing mid for then? Dude, honestly, like, we just skipped that shit. I mean, we don't even have enough kids to keep hot shit. Yeah. I mean, it was just listed as like a t-shirt toss, but if you don't want to.
That one well outside, 2-0. Yeah. 3-0 now to Cooper Smith. And I actually do apologize. Had the graphic wrong really quickly. It's top of the 4th, not top of the 3rd. We just finished the 3rd inning. And ball 4, Cooper Smith will get aboard on 4 straight pitches. That's his 3rd walk tonight. Wolsowski 0 for 1 with a flyout in his previous at-bat. He'll now have Cooper Smith on first. And he can try to bring him home. He can try to do some stuff here with him there. He's going to take strike 1 this time. Runner goes for strike 2. Cooper Smith will be safe with a stolen base. 0-2 now here to Wolsowski. Outside. A little bit of breaking action. Wolsowski doesn't go for it though. Fouled away, Wolsowski keeps alive in the at-bat. 1-2 to Olsovsky. Cooper Smith with the lead. This one popped up. Caught in center field. One away. Yep, 9 innings today, Edwin. It's standard, only one game today. Here comes Bobby Marsh. This one taken low, ball 1. One for 2 with a single and a flyout for Marsh. Already going to improve his average. Would like to try to improve it again in this at bat as it goes low, ball 2. The heart of the Pios order due up this inning. 2-0. Runner goes to third. It's now a 3-0 count as that throw will be picked up, but won't be in time to stop Cooper Smith from stealing another base. Three and 1 on the obvious 3-0 take. This time, singled over the left field from Marsh. He'll stop at first and get a second RBI of the day. Nine 4 Pios lead, and that'll bring up Frank Wayman with one away. Pios has scored in every single inning. That hit right there, they do bring their first run of the inning home here. This one's going to be grounded over to short. They turn one, throw to first, not on target, and also not in time. That's a 6-4 fielder's choice. That is the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Aidan Blake. He's also had 2 walks today. That one will get away, so Wayman gets to second on the wild pitch, 1-0. Wayman goes to third. That throw. Not in time. I will say, this is Simmons' first game at the catcher's position. I wonder if Coach Drum might be trying to take advantage of that inexperience with aggression on the base paths. Blake flies over to right. We know he had a home run yesterday at Dunn Field. That's not going to be a home run here. That instead ends the inning. One hit brings home 1 run. 1 runner left the board. Pios baseball returns after this.
Owned and operated since 1905. At the Hilliard Corporation, we've proven ourselves time and time again as the leading industrial manufacturer in the Elmira and Southern Tier region. We make the products you need with the quality you and your business deserve. Industrial clutches and brakes, drivetrain products, filtration equipment, engine starters, braking systems. We engineer, manufacture, and distribute them. All of the products we manufacture are designed right here, so we truly know the products we provide for you, inside and out. On top of being an industrial manufacturer, at the Hilliard Corporation, we also serve as a weld shop and machine shop. We specialize in creating custom parts and pieces to fit particular and uncommon applications. The secondary location is the home of the drivetrain division, where products for Polaris and other vehicle manufacturers are made. This is a high-volume, celled manufacturing plant that produces thousands of parts daily. Over time, Hilliard's product line has diversified, but our company has stayed true to our Elmira roots. Today, Hilliard maintains its original location while continually expanding its motion control and filtration product lines in the Elmira area. Hilliard designs and manufactures for companies around the globe, occupying more than 500,000.
Nick DiCarlo leads off for the Niagara Power. Bottom of the fourth inning here in Niagara. Nice day out here, not too hot. Now see a little bit of activity over in the Power bullpen in left field. Pios lead 9-4. Ethan Rivera tasked with getting through the start as far as he can go to help out the Pios bullpen. Pios will be in Oneonta tomorrow, another earlier game. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now. Swing, strike 3. 3 pitches is all it's needed to take down DiCarlo to open up the inning. I hear it is really hot there in Elmira, Edwin. I mean, I got a notification from AccuWeather mentioning that there's a heat advisory there. Hopefully everyone there is able to stay cool. It's part of this nasty heat wave going around. 1-0 taken now from Simeon. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Simeon got an RBI single in his previous at-bat. That was RBI number 6 in the season for him. 1-2 count here. Didn't go around, it's now 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bartenstein picks it up. Throw to first. Not in time. So, we'll get on base with a passed ball. Drop ball, strikeout. Still 1 out. Runner on first now. Ball 1 up high. That was the first pitch to Hammer. He's 1 for 1 with an RBI today. This one popped up. It'll likely be out number 2 if it doesn't land. On the slide, making the catch is Cooper Smith. And he's just going to admire that play for a second. Great job there. 2 away now. Culpa up now, 2 away. That one high and inside. Ball 1. Culpa grounded out previously. Two no now taken. Two and one on that swing and miss. Herrera battling back. And yeah, Edwin, the reason is that that game ended 14-2. That's what is known as the run ahead rule. If at a certain point of the game you're leading by more than 10 runs, they can call it early. And they ultimately like to do that there. They also did that one time in Newark for a 13-0 Pioneer victory. That one's going to be sent to the outfield. Manler tracking it. It'll get down in the gap all the way at the wall. That definitely will score a run. In fact, he's going to head to 3. Blake's just going to hold on to it. An RBI triple for Culpa.
That is an RBI, Western New York strike zone triple. The center fielder, number 2, Aidan
Carl now at the plate, a 9-5 game. And we see a little activity in the Pios bullpen. Anthony Key forming up. This likely will be the final inning of Herrera's start unless they give him a green light in the 5th. Ball 1. Good attempt to frame it, but not going to get the call there. One taken. Two and one. One, 2 today for Carl. He had a single and would later score. And yeah, indeed. That one fouled away 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Herrera looking to get out of the inning. Keep the damage to just 1. Ball 3 just up high. Looked like it landed nicely in the zone, but just a little high was the call. Fouled away. Still full count. And ball 4. So that one goes a little low. Carl gets on board with a walk. That brings up Morris, who's 0 for 2 today. Runners are now at the corners. Ball 1 inside. Ball 2. Two-0 here. tying run could come up to the plate with the bases loaded if Herrera isn't careful. And ball 4. So the bases are now indeed loaded on that second walk in a row. Herrera just hasn't been able to find that third out. Here comes Coach Billy Wildeman out to the mound. Bases loaded. Simmons at the plate. He had an RBI double last time. Simmons, one of the best hitters on this power team. Simmons with the bases loaded this season, 0 for 4, but he has gotten 4 RBIs. However, he's got 2 outs here. So this pop-up that's going to be in foul territory would just end the inning. It's caught by Scheider. Herrera escapes a really tricky bases loaded jam. 1 run comes home on 1 hit. 9-5 Pio's lead. We'll be back right after this with more Pio baseball.
With Chemung Canal's mobile banking services, you can get back to doing what you love most faster. At Chemung Canal, you chart your course and we'll help you get there. Chemung Canal Trust Company, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
A.J. Kinney enters the game for the Niagara Power. A lefty submarine sidearm pitcher. He's going to be tasked with keeping things pretty quiet for the Pios in the 5th inning. Definitely an interesting pitching rotation the Pios are going to have to get used to. Manler, Shimoleski, and Hanley, the 3 due up this time around. Pios lead by 4. They've scored every single inning. And want to keep that streak going.
Parkway Prime.
It's inside Braintree.
It's like downtown Falls, but it's in a good area.
Why not?
Because
Why you being weird?
I'm not gonna drive all the way back. Well, no. So I work. No, that's not why. I have. So I work all day, and then I have a doctor.
First pitch taken, ball one.
And then to drive from Orchard Park back to Niagara Falls is far.
Yo, James said he's gonna give me the boat
And we
costume.
play at 6 o'clock.
This time strike one, even though it bounces off Simmons' glove. 1-1 here for Manler. He had a golf type of hit that landed essentially at the right field reeled corner at the wall. That catch is made in center field on a hop. One away.
But there's a game Tuesday?
They got drinks and shit. That's the last game.
That's a bar, right?
Yeah.
So I can get like.
That's the first time that the Power was able to get the lead batter out for the Pios.
I think we all need a drink after this season.
And now one away for Shimoleski, ball one.
Drinks on James. Drinks on James. Drinks on the universe. Drinks on Genting.
Well, no. So I work over here. And then I
Drinks
drive
on
to Orchard Park, which is like a good 45-minute drive. And then I play softball at 6 o'clock.
2-0.
Wait, where do you live over there? What? Oh, not Liz. Where do you live?
Watch out. Gentile's gonna come to that door. Oh shit. Nope, no, you're not. Going back to Bridget.
3-0. Today Shimoleski 0 for 2, but now he's ahead 3-0 in the count and can't get on base. And he will, ball four. This season on the mound for A.J. Kinney, 5 strikeouts to 14 walks now. Not the greatest ratio. Runner on now for Justin Hanley. Hanley struck out and got hit by a pitch. He's 0 for 1.
Like in general. Like I was just for like
1-0 outside.
that's my title. Like yeah. Whatever they needed me to do, I could go do it.
Sometimes being a floater like that's better though.
I don't deny it, but it's just, you know.
You're versatile.
2-0 now. Pick-off attempt. Shimoleski safe, though. That one, strike one, taken on the high outside corner. Pretty close pitch. I think Shimoleski, looking back at Hanley, both thinking, that was close. 2-1. Hanley gets under this one. It's fouled away 2-2. That's another roof souvenir.
That is a Niagara University foul ball.
Oh yeah, Daniel!
Good thing that my legs are right there.
2-2 here for Hanley. Hanley gets under this one. It'll stay in play in the infield. Likely be an infield fly rule. 2 away.
It's been alright. This is a secure lid. It'll only leak out a little bit.
The third baseman, number 2,
We only did one hit.
Scheider now up. He's got a double and sack fly today. Runner goes. And a throw from first is wild, so Even though they almost got him with the pick off, the Pios are able to get a runner advanced. They've done this a couple times before. Notably, were doing it against Newark yesterday. That it happened once or twice. Chmielewski now on second. Outside for Hanley, ball 1. For Scheider. This one popped up, and it's actually going to get down. In fact, Chmielewski's going to be sent home. It's an RBI single as it lands in the dead zone. First base and second base not able to get it. And the Pios now lead 10-5. They keep their run-scoring streak alive as Bartenstein steps up with 2 away.
That was funny. You put 6, and it ended up being, it went from 5 to 11 out of nowhere. And he was like, wait, what?
It ain't the first time it's happened.
Yeah, it's happened a couple times. Ain't nothing new with it.
Outside, ball 1 for Bartenstein.
Maybe you were just like projecting though.
1 walk and 1 pop out. He's 0 for 1 today. He's going to get his second hit of the season through the gap at short and third. I know he'll be excited to get back on the hit column. Runners on first and second now. Top of the order back up with Cooper Smith. Here we're 2 away. Smith takes strike 1 as that one lands right in the zone. He's going to ground that to third. It's picked up. Throw to first on target. That will end the inning. 1 run scores on 2 hits. No errors. 2 were left aboard. Pios lead by 5 as we enter the bottom of the 5th inning.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
Coleman leads off. He's going to face Anthony Keefe, who comes in from the bullpen. That'll end Rare's day. 7 hits, 5 earned. He's on pace for a win if the Pios can hold on. Keefe this season, a .491 ERA in 3 games, 7 1/3 pitched, 4 earned in total. Strike 1 taken there. The first pitch from Keefe. Keefe ends in the zone. Taking strike 2. This time the breaker fooling him. Previous one was ball 1. This one fouled away. Two and two now. That one's just outside. Three and two. Coleman's going to ground that over, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Lobliner up now, bottom of the 5th. Ball 1 up high. Lobliner today, he's had a fielder's choice and a ground out, 0 for 2. 1-1. Popped up. Bartenstein under it. He'll actually come up with the ball. Great job to track around two-way here. Want to know? Swing and a miss, 1-1. Colbert had a walk and fly out today. Two and two here. 2-2 from Keefe. That's going to go inside. 3-2 now. It's a full count with 2 away now for Colbert. And ball 4. Colbert gets a board for a second time. That'll bring up to Carlo, who's 0 for 2 now. 2 away.
The left fielder, number 3, Nick Carlo.
Fouled away 0-1. Oh, and 2 here. Down to their last strike this inning. Keefe can get out of it with just that walk surrendered. Popped up, Bartenstein under it. But it's going to be Hanley. Calls it. And will make the catch.
No runs, no hits, no errors.
1 left the board, no runs and no hits with no errors. That'll end the inning. We're going to enter the top of the 6th right after this. More Pios baseball after the break.
When you're on the go, your bank should go with you. You need to change the way you money. With Chemung Canal Trust Company, you can take control of your money your way. Whether you're multitasking from your home office, killing time at your kids' soccer practice, or jet-setting around the globe, now you can manage your money right from the palm of your hand. Change the way you money with Chemung Canal Trust Company. Chemung Canal Trust Company. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Joel Osofsky leads off for the Pioneers. Oh for 2 today, but he did get on and scored in the first with a walk. Ball 1 taken outside. One and one. One and two. Two and two now. And ouch. That's a hit by pitch. Slavsky's going to get aboard.
The designated hitter, number 25, Bobby Marsh.
Runner on, no one out for Bobby Marsh. Marsh, when facing left-handed hitters, hitting .295. Well, when facing left-handed pitchers, not hitters, because Marsh isn't a pitcher. He actually hasn't even pitched in an interleague game. Runner goes. Throw to second, not in time. Olsovsky with a stolen base. Count now 0-1. That one taken for strike 2, called in that outside corner. Likely was a little further outside than a strike, but made the call and can't argue with City Hall. 0-2. Marsh is going to ground that past second base. It'll be an RBI single. The Pios keep their run scoring streak alive and now lead 11-5. Bobby Marsh is now 3 for 4 with 3 RBIs. That'll bring up Frank Wayman at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Strike 1 taken. Outside, ball 1. That one's going to be grounded and takes a weird hop, but it'll also go foul. 1-2. $3 p.m. here, about 85 degrees in Niagara Falls. Relatively warm day. This one's going to be grounded to second. Turn 1. Wayman safe. They'll just get the 1. One away now here in the top of the 6th. That brings up Aidan Blake. Inside, ball 1. Blake is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Swing and a miss right there. It's a 1-1 count. Fooled with that off speed.
He got out going to second, I think, and I think Olsovsky was the one that came around and scored.
Pickoff attempt. Wayman back safe. Blake is going to send that one left field. 2 ways it's caught. Wayman goes back to first. Pickoff attempt, not gonna get Wayman out. Manler at the plate again. 1 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Wayman tries to steal second, and he's actually going to be safe. That's the 9th stolen base for the Pios today actually. It's not a night game just yet. Gotten pretty accustomed to saying night games for a lot of our games. As the count now goes to 0-2 for Wayman, as the first pitch was, or Manler, as the first pitch was a strike. One and two. Two.
If it's hurting you, you don't gotta sit there. It's just in the chair. Oh, okay.
3-2 here. I think that might have been a hit by pitch. Anyway, that'll put a second runner aboard with 2 away. And here comes Kyle Chmielewski now. Oh, 1 now, as that one's taken for strike 1. Chmielewski grounds that hard, and that'll get to the outfield. Wayman rounding third, and that's not going to be cleanly fielded and left, so it is an RBI single for Chmielewski. Great play indeed, as the Pios are able to extend their lead. That'll bring up Justin Hanley. Steps off to do the pickoff attempt. It's now a 12-5 Pios lead. But yeah, Chmielewski, the Lafayette player, able to get an RBI today. This count is now 1-0. You're welcome. 2-0 now. He's had a hit by pitch today, but otherwise 2 outs, including a strikeout and pop out. Swing and a miss, 2-1. And that one will actually land behind, so it's a 3-1 count. Nearly hit into him. Once again, going to step off and just try to keep the runners true here. The 3-1 taken for strike 2. It's now a full count. And the catcher, I think, forgot that there wasn't 2 strikes already as he was walking off, thinking the inning had ended. It's now a 3-2 count. It wasn't a 2-2 count before. It's tough to see 96 degrees in Elmira. Hope that goes okay. Swing and miss from Hanley. That'll end the inning. More Pios baseball coming up after this. This inning saw a 1-run score on 2 runs. or 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on base. Bottom of the 6th coming up right after this.
For more than a century, you've counted on Arnett Health. Counted on us to heal you, support you, encourage you, get you back on your feet. And for more than a century, Arnett has counted on you too. You're our community, our purpose, our passion. You're the reason we do what we do. Because giving our patients the best of ourselves is just who we are. Looking forward while embracing our legacy. Staying on the cutting edge while staying connected to our patients. Focusing on state-of-the-art procedures and the most effective care. At Arnett, we're nurses, doctors, and teams of other caregivers inspired by healing. We know your physical, emotional, and spiritual health are each part of the whole of you. To continue a tradition of medicine driven by compassion, teaching, and healing. That's why we're here. It's who we are. It's what we do.
Anthony Keefe on the mound. Probably gets started here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Let's take a look around the PGCBL and see what games we're going to have today. 3:09 p.m., so not a lot of them have happened yet. The Newark Pilots will face off against Geneva. The Aniana Outlaws face the Amsterdam Mohawks. Batavia facing Jamestown. Utica facing Mohawk Valley. Albany facing Socrates. Watertown facing Boonville, and that one's underway. And of course, we are facing the Niagara Power. So that first pitch is taken, or I believe ball 1. Ball 2 here. Zimian leads off for the Power this inning. Keefe still on the mound. He's going to be given a green light to go as far as he can go. So there's now 3-0 Zimian. Keefe has got a relatively easy job. Just keep the Pio 7-run lead intact. This time finds that breaking ball in the zone. Strike 1. So the ump actually just signaled 2-2. But it's going to be a base hit, so it doesn't really matter what that count was. Runner on, no one out, and that's going to bring up Hemmer. Hemmer had an RBI single and a flyout. Enters the game 1 for 2. Strike 1 taken inside, and Hemmer was actually walking away from the plate as he felt it was inside. Pickoff attempt, he's safe. 1-1. That one sent to the outfield. It'll get down in front of Manler. Runners at the corners now with no one out. Culpa up now. Runners at the corners, no one out. Here's the first pitch. Taken for strike one. That one's popped up. Hanley tracking it. And he'll make the catch, one away.
The center fielder, number 2, Aidan
Caden Carl steps up now. Top of the order one more time. He's got a walk and a single. He's 1 for 2. 0-1. That one's taken for strike one. Oh, 2. One and 2 taken there.
Yeah, he's so funny.
That one's going to be sent to right field. It'll get down and score a run. Runners will stay at the corners. It's now a 12-6 game. Morris now up. Morris at the plate. Morris swings and misses on that first pitch. 0-1. Keefe would like a double play here, try to get out of the inning. Runner goes as this one's popped foul. Hanley tracking it. That's going to land well away. 0-2. That one's going to be grounded to Olsovsky. Flips it to Blake. And that is a 6-4-3 double play to get out of the inning. One run comes home on 3 hits. One runner will get stranded after the double play. Keefe recovers. Pios still lead 12-6. More Pios baseball right after this. Top of the 7th inning.
Hi, I'm Bill Mullaney, president of SUNY Corning Community College. I'm here today to let you know the classes and the quality of education that you've expected of us are ready to be delivered. Whether you're interested in transferring to a four-year university or joining the workforce directly, Corning Community College has the program for you. We're here to provide the best possible education that we can, no matter what your aspirations. We hope that as you begin to weigh your options for the fall semester, you'll think first of Corning Community College. We're here for you, closer to home.
So, while the game gets back underway, I'd like to thank a few of our sponsors that we don't always have as our inning sponsors up on the right-hand corner. But they're also still integral in making Pioneer Baseball possible. Thank you to AJ's Outdoor Power Equipment, Arc Chemung Schuyler, Arnett Health, Big Fox, Blaze Brockway Contracting, Beal Electric, Buckley's Automotive, Bully Hill Vineyards, Catholic Charities, Chemung Canal Trust, Clemens Center, Coca-Cola, Dandy Mini Marts, Elm Chevy, Elmira Heat Treating, the Elmira Junior Enforcers, Flyer Fly Adventure Retreat, First Transit, Glove House, Hardinge, Heroes Comic Shop, Hilliard, Jubilee Foods, Just in Time, M&T Bank, NYSCO PBA. We'll do the rest after this first at bat and throughout the 7th inning. But again, thank you so far to those sponsors. Logan Scheider leads off for the Pioneers. Kinney's still on the mound. And the bullpen is empty. No surprise why. 1-0 taken outside. That one rolls away. 2-0 now. Schrader has a 2-for-2 day with a sac fly and also a double. And now he's going to be hit by a pitch. He'll get on base to start the inning. Bartenstein now up. Bartenstein 1-for-2 with a walk, and he had his second hit of the season in his most recent at-bat. That one's high, ball 1. One to 0 here. That one well inside, 2-0. On deck, Cooper Smith. 3-0 now for Bartenstein. You've seen Art Bartenstein play some strong defense tonight. He does a good job trying to frame. And now he's going to foul this one away, 3-1. While we get ready for the next pitch, I'd like to also thank Office Equipment, OPWDD, Papa John's, and Pinecroft Golf Course for supporting the Pioneers too. 3-1. And ball 4, Bartenstein on with another walk. That's going to bring up the top of the order once again. Cooper Smith, 3 walks and a ground out today. Thanks again to Salins Save a Lot, Seneca Beverage, Service Master, Surf Pro, Shedden's Wholesale, Simmons Rockwell, Slam and Jam and Barbecue, Solutions FCU, Southern Tier Custom Fab, Suburban Propane, SUNY Corning University, Community College, this inning sponsor, Susan Minchin DDS, The Cakery, Tioga Downs, Today's Special, Tom South Corning, Tower Broadcasting, the Town of Southport, Turtleleaf, U.S. Navy, Value Homes, Vasco Brands, Wegmans, Waste Markets, and Wilbur Auto. First pitch taken for strike 1 for Cooper Smith. Thanks again to all those sponsors who make this Pioneer season possible. Now it's popped up from Cooper Smith. It could advance Scheider. He's going to tag up, but ultimately stays at second. 1 away. One out here. And Olsowski gets hit by a pitch. So he's going to get on base. Bases are now loaded for Bobby Marsh. Pios haven't scored yet this inning. They've scored every single time they've come up to plate this game. 5 runs in the first, 1 run in the second, 2 runs in the third, 1 run in the fourth, and then 1 run each in the 5th and 6th. Actually, there was 2 runs in the 7th, I believe. Yeah, 2 runs in the 7th. Marsh grounds that hard to first. It's going to be fielded eventually, so he will be out, but not before he brings home a run. Won't be in time for a double play. 13-6, Pioneer lead, runners in second and third. Marsh now falls to a 3-for-5 day, but gets his 4th RBI. Frank Wayman at the plate. He's had 2 fielder's choices today. He's gone on base 3 times, and ultimately 1 for 4. That one's going to be lined for a base hit. 1 run scores. As it gets to right field, a 2nd run's going to come in, and it is now a 15-6 game. And the Pios are able to extend their lead off a 2 RBI single from Frank Wayman. Wayman now has 4 RBIs today and improves to 2 for 4. That'll bring up Aidan Blake. 2 walks, 2 outs. The Pios on an absolute tear here. They scored 18 runs last time in Niagara. That is the record for Pios runs scored in a game. And, you know, you could argue they might be on track to do that again. Bullpen empty for Niagara. They're trusting in Kinney. Of course, there are 2 outs here. I did forget to add that from the Bobby Marsh play. 1-0 as that one's taken inside. And again, tomorrow, Pios are in Oneonta. And on Tuesday, we're back at Dunn Field as this one's driven and will stay foul. They're going to call it foul. Looked like it might have been over the line, but they're going to call it foul. It's a 1-1 count. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. It's been, I think, a pretty exciting day. Pios offense very active. They've already brought home 3 runs this time around. Runner goes, and no attempt there from Simmons. Wayman steals second. Yet another stolen base to add to the tally. Wayman now is going to head to third, and he's going to be safe again, as it's now a 3-1 count. Aggressive on the base paths, and it has worked out well. Of course, the run-ahead rule could come into play here in the top of the 7th. All that would be needed is an Aidan Blake hit to give the Pios a 10-run lead. 3-2 as this one's fouled away. The Pios have had 2 run-ahead games all season. Those were both against Newark. One of them was over in the 5th inning. The other one was last night's 14-2 victory. Theoretically, if Blake is able to do it, he would get another quotation mark walk-off. Instead, he's going to be called strike 3, or I've got no idea what the call was there. Oh, hold on. It is ball 4 for Aidan Blake. The umpire was just giving a verbal warning for the Pioneers dugout. All right. I was wondering that he was ready to call that strike 3 to end the inning. Nope, he's just trying to make sure the Pios dugout stays quiet. The Pios dugout has a tendency to occasionally chirp and do things, but I think the umpire is just trying to make sure that they're not doing anything crazy with that, as that one's inside ball 1. And also, you know, not a real reason to chirp. It's a 15-6 game. It's been pretty clear since the first inning that one team has really been on fire. As Manler is going to send that to left field, I think that could potentially end it. If they do go ahead with a run-ahead rule, if they continue it, it's just going to be another RBI single for Manler. That brings up Kyle Shimoleski. In fact, it's actually the first RBI for Manler in the game. It is now a 16-16 game. It's not over yet. 2 outs here, top of the 7th. Runner goes. He's just going to hold it, strike one. Runner now at third and first. Relatively close to a train track. We actually see that outside. It's a 1-1 count. Actually, I do apologize. It wasn't a train. It's just a bit of the wind outside. And on cue, it starts speeding up even more. 2-1 here. I will say, with all the wind, that could be getting in the way for Kinney. As again, even though you're only traveling about 90 feet or so, throwing the ball from the pitcher's mound to the plate, wind can definitely affect it. As Shimoleski's going to drive this one to left field. That one's got a chance to get to the wall, and it will score 2 runs. Shimoleski's going to pull into second with a standing double, and it is now an 18-6 Pioneer lead. That's the 3rd RBI of the game for Shimoleski, as he gets 2 on the play. The Hios hit parade continues, and Hanley is up. On deck was the leadoff batter in Logan Scheider. And it's caught. It's going to be just a pop-up that'll ultimately end the inning. So they don't hit around the entire lineup. But for now, it's an 18-6 game. Pios are, I think, looking maybe to come back out on defense. And they will. I wonder if they would use the run-ahead rule at the end of this inning. Pios currently lead by 12. We'll be back right after this. But actually, right before we do cut to break, thanks again to all our sponsors that I had mentioned previously. Now, enjoy the 7th inning stretch. More Pios baseball after this.
Hi, I'm Bill Mullaney, president of SUNY Corning Community College. I'm here today to let you know the classes and the quality of education that you've expected of us are ready to be delivered. Whether you're interested in transferring to a 4-year university or joining the workforce directly, Corning Community College has the program for you. We're here to provide the best possible education that we can, no matter what your aspirations. We hope that as you begin to weigh your options for the fall semester, you'll think first of Corning Community College. We're here for you, closer to home.
So, bottom of the 7th now. Take me out to the ball game playing. Once that ends, we'll be ready to resume. Pioneers have once again scored 18 points in Niagara. All it takes is 3 runs, and it's a copy-paste to the previous game, with the only exception being the Pioneers took a 6-0 lead early. Simmons had an RBI in his previous at-bat. In the 3rd inning, he's 1 for 3 today, as this one's taken high, ball 1. And ball 2, that one barely missing Simmons. Keefe just needs to throw strikes, keep this lead intact. That job's gotten even easier after a massive inning from the Pioneers. In fact, actually wasn't even able to tally the run total yet, as that one's taken, 2-1. Six runs were scored by the Pios. They're actually now the highest run scoring inning of the game. Back then, they also were able to get 1, 2, 3 hits with no errors. And one runner left to board. Now here's the 3-1 to Simmons. That's going to be grounded over to Aidan Blake. Takes a weird hop. Blake not able to recover in time. That'll put a runner on first. Coleman up now with a runner on first. It's the strongest hitters for the Power that lead off the inning. Already mentioned Coleman leads the team in OPS. He's also 2 for 3 today with an RBI. He's only a triple and home run shy of the cycle, as he has a single and double. First pitch taken, ball 1. Two and 0 outside. Keith's only earned 1 run through this appearance in the bullpen. He wants to keep it that way with that runner on. Could see a double play ball if they can force a grounder. That wind, however, could be doing some weird things as we see some dust flying around. 2-1 here. Similar to Oneonta, which is known as a pretty windy place. This one popped up. Tracking at Scheider. 1 away. Lobliner steps up now with 1 out and a runner on base. Current line score 18 runs and 14 hits for the Pios with no errors. Niagara has 6 runs and 11 hits. There actually are, I think, 1 or 2 errors in the game. That one taken outside, ball 1. Yeah. 2 errors, I believe, for Niagara. And I think there's also 1 as well for the Pios. But they weren't necessarily hit-causing errors. Instead, that one looks like it'll be a hit by pitch on Lobliner. That's when the sweet chin music gets a little too sweet. Or no, is this actually going to be a foul ball? Runner steals second, so apparently the ball would have hit nothing on that play. That's a very interesting rule for sure. Well, either way, runner on second and a 2-0 count, I think it's what it will be with 1 away. The count won't matter here as this one's popped up to left field. It's going to actually drop. The wind might have taken it just a different direction. Runners are now at the corners. One away, 2 aboard. Double play opportunity reopens. Colbert, 2 walks and a flyout today. Bartenstein quickly chatting with Keith, I think, just trying to let him know, hey Keith, don't worry about it. Let's focus on what we need to do. Maybe going over and how they want to attack Colbert here. Someone warming up in the Niagara bullpen. The run-ahead rule isn't always strictly enforced, so I wouldn't also be surprised if we do see the 8th inning after this, if the scoreline stays like this. Still pretty windy. Still a few fans out here. One away now. Bases nearly filled. One free base. Runners at the corners. First pitch taken. It'll actually be called ball one. It looked like it could have been a strike that just fell out of Bartenstein's glove, but called a ball. You can see those gusts of wind that come through from time to time, picking up dust on the field. That one's going to be lined to right and caught on the dive by Cooper Smith. And I will say, Simmons tagged up way too early and had to go back. What could have been a potential sac fly is instead a great catch that puts 2 outs on the board now. And also, there's a force out at second that could let the Pios worry a little bit less if there's a ground ball to have to turn a double play. DeCarlo back up. He's 0 for 3 today. He actually hasn't gone on base. He's one of the only power hitters not to do so. Even though the Power's currently losing, they've been active at the plate and have gotten runs across. Hasn't been every single inning, but they're looking to do so here. 1-0. That one outside, 2-0. We do see some activity in the Pios bullpen. It's Nick Fijaro, and would not be surprised to see him come in if we continue because he is a little more of a lower leverage pitcher, but he also provides a bit of a difference as a lefty submarine baller. 3-0 as this one's taken. Simmons on deck, who is 2 for 3 today with an RBI. In fact, even though he did strike out in a previous at-bat, Simmons did score as it was a dropped third strike. Strike one taken, 3-1 here. The wind has picked up even more here. Now it makes the job for Keith a little trickier on the mound. Finds his zone there, strike 2. We've got a full count with 2 away. Wrong audio, I apologize. Runner goes, fouled back. I'll say one thing that's good is the tripod stayed up. It has been knocked over by the wind. 3-2 again. And again, it will be fouled away. And, ooh, dropped. But it went directly to a few fans out there. And I will say that's a pretty lucky way to get a foul ball. Because it's kind of hard to aim at the fans here. There's not too many on the stands. A lot of open patches of metal benches. So, 3-2 one more time now to DeCarlo. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning, and we'll have to wait and see whether that'll be the game. And that is the game. The Pios win with the run-ahead rule in effect, 18-6 after 7 innings. With that, the Pioneers improved to 21-19. The Niagara Power fall to 14-26. Another big Pioneer victory, and that puts them back in a 4-game winning streak now. Batavia, 2 wins in Newark, and now here, a win against Niagara. Ethan Herrera is going to get the victory, and that will improve his season record to 3-1. Keefe was able to go 3 innings, surrendering just 1 earned run. The loss will go to low after a tough day of 4 innings. Kinney was able to eat a few in relief. At the plate, the Pioneers were absolutely on fire. A few of the Pioneers who did well, Bobby Marsh. He went 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs. Frank Wayman went 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. Aidan Blake had 3 walks, even though he didn't get a hit. Max Manler had a 2 for 3 day with 2 RBIs. Kyle Shimoleski recently scored 2 RBIs. And most of the Pios were able to get hits, and all of them eventually did reach base. Anyway, I'm Taylor Storthy, and next game for the Pios on the road in Oneonta. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back next time on the Pioneers YouTube channel.